It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like how they want the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
They just gave up a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a give, right side. Baldwin. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback. Throwing on 1st down. Boston. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, Boston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
On second down now. It's Barry, and they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Here we go now on first and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know the defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down here.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steamers have taken the early lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, it's Baldwin, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11 now. Looking to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
On second down, it's Barry. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st and 10, Boston. Roberts got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Back to throw. Boston. He finds his man, complete. That's Barry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a handoff here to his running back. Brushing off defenders. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Yeah, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Right back to him on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looking to throw. Boston. And that falls to the ground. Incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 3rd down, Boston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
But we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. KC's offense ready to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down now. It's Baldwin. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
26. A gain of a yard on the play.
They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Pushing his way through. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On to the second quarter. Memphis in possession of the football. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Boston. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Boston. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback set.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Oh, nice move. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach Can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
He's relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing on first down. Boston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
They had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Looking to throw. Boston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
From the gun, Boston. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
And, Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll run on first down. Baldwin. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. They'll try the left side. It's Baldwin. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. They're going to look to throw. Open man there is Malone. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. 2nd and 6. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Boston. And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
Let's go. Complete to number 7.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. Back to throw again. He finds his man complete. It's Barry. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. On 2nd down, it's Baldwin. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
The 20-yard line. A 2-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now back to throw. And the catch made by Walters.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. To throw on second down. Boston. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Looking to throw. Boston. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Boston. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on 3rd and long. Boston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Baldwin. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And the turnover, a huge break. They'll start 1st and goal. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steamers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to the Motor City to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. The Lions don't want to fall into a deep hole this early, so a good win there ups their record to 3-4. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. That'll be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barry. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
61 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Boston. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, Boston. Roberts has it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Walters. Down he goes at the 23 and pick up a 4.
A gain of 4. It's now a 2nd and
They'll look to throw here. And his throw here's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And they give this time to the tailback. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Throwing on 3rd and long. Boston, he finds his man, complete. That's Barry. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to air one out. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He gets it to Baldwin, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Let's go! Let's go!
catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Baldwin. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Let's go. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Walters. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Sets up 4th down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he gets it down to the 32.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barry. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Boston. He finds his man. Complete. That's Barry. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. To throw on 3rd down, Boston. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Walters. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Baldwin. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play there for KC.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far. But you've got to figure when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shots? And they connect on that one.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now a give right side. It's Baldwin. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He gets away from 1, and he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Boston. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. In trouble, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This will be 3rd and 19. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Oh, what a move. Stiff-armed him. He's still on his feet. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start with the option. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Boston. He finds his man. Complete. That's Barry. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Looking to throw. Baldwin with it over the middle. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 42-yard
They're going to look to throw. And his pass incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Ready? Mike 10. Mike 10, Mike 10. Squeeze, double.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs 1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
It's a game of 7.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the catch made by Walters. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw again. This is complete. It's Baldwin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and it's Baldwin again. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll look to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. We made one more play. Could have had our shutout.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll run on 1st down. Barry, and he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barry. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for our visitors, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.